It's March 24th, 2024, and today I wanted to talk to the buyers out there and make them aware of what's coming down the pike. If you didn't see my last video about the new NAR rules and what's happening with the lawsuit and how real estate is going to be changing not only here in Florida but across the United States, I'm going to put a link to that video right here so you can watch it because it's very important. But in today's video, I want to talk to you about what is going to happen for the buy side. I only see a downside for the buyers if there is one, because if the sellers are not willing to pay the co-broke commission to the buyer's agent, then that's going to be the responsibility of the buyer. So in July of 2024, it's supposed to come into play. Now, whether they get it signed off on and agreed to by then, I don't know. The agreement has already been settled. They're waiting for the federal judge to sign off on the documentation to make that be what the new rules are for not only here in Florida, but in the United States. And what am I talking about? It's the buyer-broker agreement, where the buyer has to hire the agent to be able to show them properties and to have them write the contracts, give them all the information that they would need for purchasing a new house. Right now, as of this time, that is being paid by the seller. So the seller, if they do elect to give the buyer's compensation, that will be fine for the buyer. But if they don't elect to give the buyer compensation for representation on submitting an offer, then it's going to fall to the buyer to come up with those extra funds. So let's just say you had a $500,000 house. You were going to put down 20%, that's $100,000, and then your fee could be 1 or 2 or 3%. That is $5, $10, or $15,000 extra that you're going to have to come up with to make the purchase. And that cannot be rolled into the mortgage because the mortgage company won't loan on fees. So just to let you know about that, if you're thinking about buying here in the Lakewood Ranch area or really anywhere in the United States, you might want to make that choice a little bit sooner than later, because after July, if this goes into place, then there could be some price increases for the buyers. Now, also, if you're a buyer and you're thinking, well, I just won't hire an agent, I'll go direct to the listing agent. Well, that's a good idea, but think about this. The listing agent is going to turn around and hand you the buyer broker agreement and say, in order for me to write this, you're going to have to sign this buyer broker agreement, which you're back into the same boat that you would have been if you'd have just hired an agent to begin with to help you facilitate the transaction. I hope you found this video helpful. I like to give the updates so that people keep updated on what's going on in the market, not only just for sales here in Lakewood Ranch, but what the overall policy changes are in the future. If you do find yourself coming to the Lakewood Ranch area and you need someone to help you find a property, I'll put my contact link in the information below. And if you happen to live here in Lakewood Ranch, I'd be more than happy to talk to you if you're considering selling your properties and what the benefits might be to continuing to pay both sides of the transaction. Mark Boehmig, Michael Saunders and Company.